Welcome back, mystery seekers. Today we're diving into the curious case of Chance Engelbert, a young man who vanished into thin air almost 3 years ago. We'll be uncovering all the juicy details of his disappearance, from the last known sightings to the latest updates on the investigation. Plus, we'll be discussing the theories surrounding his case and the strange twists and turns that have left authorities scratching their heads. So buckle up and get ready for a wild ride as we explore the mysterious disappearance of Chance Engelbert. The Engelbert family has been on the hunt for answers for 3 years now, and they might just have a shot at getting them. How, you ask? Well, with the help of a little something called a DNA test. Let me introduce you to the man at the center of this mystery, Chance Leslie Engelbert. He's a 25-year-old rodeo star, husband, and father who disappeared from a family gathering in Moorcroft, Wyoming back in July 2019. This guy's got some serious skills. He's competed in rodeo competitions during high school and studied welding and diesel mechanics in college. Now, I don't know about you, but I've got a feeling that the Engelbert family is about to get some closure. So saddle up and hold on tight, because this DNA test just might lead them straight to the answers they've been searching for. According to his mama, Dawn, he was a real gem, a good, hard-working kid who was as smart as a whip. And let me tell you, this guy was no wallflower. He may have been a bit shy, but he had a passion for demolition derby that would light up a room. Now, here's where things get interesting. Chance up and disappeared one day, and his family has been scratching their heads for a while now trying to figure out what happened. But his mama and wife, Bailey, are on the same page. They don't think for a second that Chance would just up and leave his family. And let me tell you, this guy was a family man through and through. Bailey remembers him as a doting dad who was always excited to share his love of demolition derby with his son. So let's raise a glass to Chance, wherever he is. We hope he's still tearing up the tracks and being the amazing guy his family knows him to be. On July 6, 2019, Chance and his wife Bailey were out and about in Gering, Nebraska, visiting her grandparents. The sun was shining, the birds were chirping, and Chance decided to hit the links with some of Bailey's family members. But things took a turn for the worse when Chance got into a bit of a spat with his golfing buddies. He was so ticked off that he called up Bailey and asked her to come scoop him up stat. Now, Bailey might be a saint, but she had other plans in mind. Instead of heading back to Wyoming, she drove them both back to her grandparents' house. Well, let's just say that Chance wasn't too thrilled with this little detour. He was so riled up that he decided to go for a walk to clear his head. And hey, it's not like this was out of character for him. Bailey said he did it all the time. But when he didn't come back, things started to get a little dicey. Where did Chance go? Nobody knows, but we're all on the edge of our seats waiting for the next twist in this wild tale. Bailey was on the hunt for her hubby Chance after he stormed off, but alas, he was nowhere to be found. She did manage to get a hold of him on the phone around 7:46 p.m., and he let her know he was heading south. According to Chance's friends, he had told them he was actually walking north towards Torrington, Wyoming, and the last person to have a chat with him was his bud Matt Miller around 8:46 p.m. Chance's aunt received a cryptic text message from him around 9 p.m., and then his phone either died or was turned off shortly thereafter. What in the world is going on here? We're all on the edge of our seats waiting to find out. So let's put on our thinking caps and see if we can't solve this mystery once and for all. A fierce thunderstorm swept through Gering around 9 p.m. that evening, leaving Chance's family to wonder if he sought refuge in a nearby building or local business. Bailey's grandpa even hopped in his car and scoured the town for any sign of the missing man, but sadly, it was all for naught. Nobody has heard from Chance since that fateful night. Now, here's the kicker. Chance was just 25 years old at the time of his disappearance. He was a white dude with a medium build, standing about 5 feet 9 inches tall. He had brown hair, dreamy hazel eyes, and was last seen rocking a short-sleeved Wrangler shirt, Wrangler blue jeans, Roper boots, and a black and white trucker-style ball cap. So, what happened to Chance? Did he take off into the night, never to be seen again? Or did something more sinister occur? Holy cow, can you believe it's been almost 3 years since Chance disappeared without a trace? When he didn't come back by the next morning, his family hit the panic button and called in the cavalry, the local law enforcement. They launched a full-blown investigation, bringing in a whopping 18 different agencies and hundreds of people to scour the land and sky for any sign of the missing man. They even had K-9 units and water search teams combing the area for any clue. But wait for it, drumroll, please. Despite all of these efforts, they came up empty-handed. That's right, folks, no sign of Chance was found, not even in the nearby bodies of water. So what on earth could have happened to this guy? It's a mystery that still haunts his loved ones to this day. The night Chance vanished, surveillance footage caught him strutting his stuff past local businesses near the intersection of Terry Boulevard and Stable Club Road in Terrytown, Nebraska at around 10 p.m. In the months following Chance's disappearance, rumors started to swirl about possible sightings of the man himself in Wyoming and Nebraska. One juicy tidbit even suggested that he had a run-in with a woman at a Walmart in Casper, Wyoming. Can you imagine the drama? Naturally, the police jumped on this lead like a bull at a rodeo and reviewed a whopping 6 hours of video footage from the store, hoping to confirm the sighting. But alas, no such luck. The mystery deepens, folks. The lead investigator from the Gering Police Department, Brian Eads, spilled the beans on where things stand today. Brace yourselves, there are still no persons of interest, but the cops are continuing to receive tips and investigating all leads. Despite having no evidence to indicate foul play, the investigators aren't ruling it out completely. Cue the dramatic music, because things are getting real. One theory that's been buzzing around is that Chance's disappearance could be the result of a robbery gone wrong. The cops are hot on the trail, sniffing out any clues that could shed light on this mystery. Will they crack the case and bring Chance home? In a bone-chilling discovery in October 2021, a human arm bone was found near the North Platte River in Scottsbluff, Nebraska, sending shivers down the spines of locals and authorities alike. There was a glimmer of hope that the bone belonged to Chance Englebert, but DNA testing failed to yield any immediate answers. The bone is now in the hands of a different testing facility, and everyone is eagerly awaiting the results. Although the bone was found with a piece of fabric that doesn't match Chance's last known clothing, investigators are still holding their breath until the DNA results come back, as they are not ruling out the possibility of a connection. Who knows what answers this bone may hold? There's a juicy reward of $17,000 up for grabs, and all you have to do is provide information that leads to the discovery of Chance or helps identify the sneaky culprit behind his mysterious disappearance. If you've got the scoop, you can call the Gering Police Department at 308-436-5088 or private investigator Amanda Waldron at 307-797-0363. And if you're feeling a little shy, no worries, you can report your anonymous tips to the We Help the Missing tip line at 866-660-4025. So, what are you waiting for? Get your Sherlock Holmes on and solve this gripping case.